Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to our Japanese playthrough in EU4 with me, your host, Lucky Marine. And we are going to have to really test if I'm lucky or not. Although, we have stacked the luck on our side. We have 20 troops in this province. We split these troops and 10 are going to get there before these even get there. So it's going to be 30 troops plus a general stood in this province in the jungle with a river that flows between Katapang and the province that we're in. So this general, one maneuver, this general might sidestep the river, but he won't sidestep the terrain. So at the very least, they're going to take a -1 to every single roll. At the most, it'll be -2. And the longer it goes on for, longer we are in the fight for, the more that's gonna hurt the rebels. Now, we have set our armies up for pure morale. Land morale 6.2. We've got everything set to morale. Every single decision that we could have taken has gone towards long-term morale. So we stay in fights for a long time. We don't hit so hard so fast. We take the punches, we roll with them. It's a rope-a-dope kind of thing. We also have this fight about to happen. They've sent 15, which may well get backed up by the 27. But I'm waiting for them to be locked into this fight. As soon as they're locked into it, we will appoint a general. I've seen where the enemy has tried to take the fight, and I put a general in there, and they've backed out of it. So I'm not having this happen here. Because much like in the other province, we're in tropical, jungle, dice roll for attacker -1, but also there's a river between us and Darien. So it's exactly the same thing here. Once against rebels, once against colonial nations of Great Britain that we have been duking it out with in this area of the world since Britain declared war on us for our capital. I don't know why we're at low war enthusiasm. I really don't know. Revolts, fair enough. Relative strength of the alliance is in our favour. What the hell are you talking about? Do you mean ships? Do you mean ships? They've lost more people. They've lost more ships. We have more. Yes, they have more. And yes, I have more of that. Is it a combined overall? What's the numbers there? But anyway, Britain, for once, is down to medium because they haven't taken the capital of Yamato. If you didn't already know. Because I vowed that they never would. And I moved heaven and earth to get everyone back. To build. I even built heavies. And we built up our navy, but they never came. They landed here somewhere, about 10 stack, 15 maybe, and they sieged all this stuff. And so we waited for the proper force to come and land in Japan to take Yamato, but they never came. So we shipped 40 across, we took all this back, and now we shipped 40 down to Brunei to put down our rebels, because we can rebel stomp whilst at war with one of the superpowers. We are the superpower. We are the superpower. We have risen to #1 in the world. I think that's got to be. We've overtaken France. How the hell has that happened? So why are we 6th here overall? Okay, yeah, I get it. I get it. Great powers of the world first. Outstanding. That's a win. That's a win even before the game has ended. We've still got 100 years worth. So, letters. Wait for them to lock here. Oh, they're going to dilly and they're going to dally. Damn your dilly and dalliance. I have other things to watch. Okay. 30. In there. With a decent general for this age. The 3 fire. Yeah, the 3 fire. The combat ability. Infantry combat ability. We should have this. That leader is scary though. That leader should be offset by the terrain. We will see. We will see. It has started well. They have taken both the river crossing and the terrain penalty because they're in the jungle. We're in a jungle. Horses shouldn't count for anything at all. They should just, both sides, delete cavalry, and you fight. Even the artillery, even the cannons, they won't have much of effect in jungle. Anyway, next roll. Even though we rolled appallingly, it turns into a 1-1. Again, the terrain has totally offset their general. We'll have a quick look at the other side. French Brazil. Sweet. Are you locked in yet? You're not. And we're still looking at the other fight. Nope. 0-1. Again, a crap roll, but it's only a matter of time before we pull an 8 or a 9 out of the bag. A 7, 8 or 9 out of the bag against something like this, which is, it's nothing. It is nothing. It's a -1. I don't think you can go down to a -1. But with our morale, with our tactics, we're level on discipline. We're about the same kind of width. They slightly outflank us, but we're just smashing straight through the centre. 4-2. Again, it's a case of the terrain penalty totally offsetting their general. We need a good roll. Come on, give us a good roll. A 9. There we go. A 9 against what is essentially a 6. And we're getting to the point where their front line is shattering. So we're just mopping up. We have 1 or 2 out, but yeah, game over. Game over, man. And they're still dallying. I will leave them to dally and get back to the gloriousness, which is this fight. 7 against a 3. Done. That's all she wrote for you. Merge up. Chase them down. That's alright. Oh, was that a wipe? Are you underneath me? Was that a wipe? Didn't look like a wipe. So that should be our war enthusiasm. Gone up a little bit. Well, just relative strength of the alliance. Because we put down our revolt. Okay. Have they finished their dallying? Come on. No, I don't think they were. Well, they're taking attrition. Both of them are taking attrition in this province. What can it hold? 35. I should have scorched earth as I was going past through. If they move off, I'll come down here, I'll scorch earth, and I'll get off it. Should have realised that. I should have taken... It's not often that I have to use scorched earth, but it would have been great in that instance. How about home waters? Won't be the first time they've been caught out. Nope, nothing at all. Britain seems perfectly happy to just sit at home and doing nothing. Nope, nope, nope. So we just sat here and blocked 2 colonial nations. It's not bad. Okay, this might be different. Come on. Okay. So, do you have unrest anymore? I don't think I raised the autonomy here. I should have. Recent uprising. That's the only reason why you're down at 0. Does Britain have anything out here that I can get to quickly and safely? Much like we did with the Ottomans when they had Taiwan. We jumped on that and we took it from them in the war. Yes, we were at war with Ottomans, and yes, we won. It was a coalition war, and they are in a coalition right now against us, so we may get the opportunity to take the Northern Island of New Zealand off the Ottomans. I swear to God, if they declare war on turn 8, I will march into Constantinople myself at the head. Oh. Yeah, at the head of 100,000 Japanese. Okay. We weren't coring things because we were waiting for tech. We were going to take this tech so that we could get a military idea because we were going to need it. Turns out we probably don't need it. So we were going to get quality ideas because the infantry combat ability, cavalry combat ability, just all the combat abilities there would have stacked really well. Discipline, not so much. It would be nice, especially if we've got loads and loads of morale. It just means that whilst we're in the fight, not only we stood in the fight for longer, we also hit a little bit harder whilst we're in that fight. But seeing as though we're not running out of manpower, so I don't think the coalition is going to fire on us. I think we come across here and take maritime ideas. I'm not that mental. And take trade ideas. Aggressive expansion. I can work within the confines of aggressive expansion. Alright, we've been doing okay there. Justified demands would be alright though. But in a few years we're going to get better CBs anyway. This will bring in the money. And it's the money we need to build stuff. Build things in provinces and pay off that much. Yeah, that much. So we might pass up on a military idea. We have weighed ourselves up against the enemy in this war on comparable terms as well. I mean, the fights over in the New World, the fights in Panama, that's been comparable forces. That's been 40 smashing against 40. And yes, we've had the better ground, but we've not been weak. We've not been massively overpowered. I think we can afford to go for the Diplo ideas. Come on, do something. Either shit or get off the toilet. That's fabricated. Alright. Well, at least he's smart enough to not take that attrition. There's enough for 39 here. So we are taking a little bit of attrition, but it's tiny amounts. I can eat that. I can eat that. So can my so can the colonial nations that are behind me, that are being protected by me doing this. Who are you? Newfoundland. Okay. And rebels have popped. Did rebels take out? Yeah. California presents. Love them. They must have taken out the Hungarian cannon that was there. Love it. Absolutely love it. You're all done. Let's get you all back onto the boat and let's transport you. We were going to have a look for Great Britain's holdings, weren't we? Let's have a look. Let's click on you. And anything that's this colour green belongs to them. Give us a oh. This belongs directly to them. St. Helena. Interesting. Yeah, that's all colonial nation. That's an ally of them. Do they have anything over here that we could easily snipe? Is that of Australia? Obviously didn't spawn a Captain Cook. Nothing. So if we really wanted to rub salt in the wounds, we could go and land on St. Helena. And as ridiculous as it sounds, I love it. Love it. Come on, let's go do it. Let's go be mental. You only live once. They say. Apparently. We are not concerned. We are not concerned. Right, U20. Are you a decent mix? You are. Get on the boats. And let's go give Great Britain the good news. In their own land. In their own land. We'll drop you off here. Have a quick repair. Because I think this is quite deep waters. We're going to get some attrition here. We might even leave this 20 here. Because if they want to drop people onto it to take it back, they're going to need at least 25 to 30 troops to offset the penalty of a naval landing. Right. Home ports. Fine. Home we go. Robber barons. 1 base tax. Nobility gains 15 loyalty, but the merchants lose 15. We could do with the merchants. We could do with the merchants getting the... Yeah. All this is doing is giving me manpower recovery speed. We need pure money in. Trade efficiency of plus 20%. How much? Trade efficiency up at 50. The majority of our stuff comes through. No, not quite. A lot of our stuff comes through trade. Alright. Plus when we take the next tech up, it'll stop us having to pay quite so much per month in rooting out corruption. That's a lot that we're paying to root out corruption. Don't get so lopsided in your stuff, people. I think it's 3 techs. And we're 6 techs. 3 techs you start getting corruption, and every one after that it's just cumulative. It's even worse the further and higher you go. Okay. Wait for the boats. I mean to need to watch these boats. That's our alarm. I'll wait for our boats to get to the cape. I'll get the men off the boats. They can stretch their legs. The boats can fix themselves for a tick. And we will carry on. See, sunny isn't too bad. We haven't had any negative effects, negative events pop up with sunny. So, which is weird really. But with the Catholic ones, wow. 15 local autonomy in one place, or lose 50 admin power. Fairly simple. We should know this by now. Local autonomy only affects one province, and in the grand scheme of things, with the amount of development we have overall, come on, let me click my province. Damn you. Total war score for all Japanese provinces, 1,396%. Great. Come on, let's get you off the boats. Get some decent food. Stretch your legs. We'll repair the boats. And we'll get back. And we will go and land on St. Helena. Anything here? Nothing here at all. I don't get it. I really don't get it. You declared for my capital. British Peru already wants out. I don't surprise them. I don't surprise them. I'm not surprised by that. It doesn't surprise me. Low, why are we at low? The relative strengths of the alliance. Looks like Britain has suddenly pumped out a load of troops. Alright. We're at a max war score of 25%. I think another couple of years. There's a set amount of years where if you've got your max war score, this will just suddenly jump up to 100% in our favour. And we'll be able to demand all sorts of stuff. Can you imagine the war reps from Great Britain? Can you imagine the war reps from Great Britain? We'll have a look at that next time. We'll see what kind of income they've got. But as a token, I want St. Helena. I want St. Helena. We will land on it. We will take it. We will make it ours. We'll rub it on our faces and everything. And in the ensuing peace, we will take their land instead of them taking ours. Anyway, I have been Lucky Marine. You, as always, have been amazing. Come back next time and we'll assess how much we think. We'll count our chickens before they've hatched and all that kind of stuff. All that good stuff. We'll see how much we think war reps from Great Britain would be. Trade ideas, economic ideas, love it. I absolutely love it. National tax modifier plus 15%. Trade efficiency plus 10%. Global tariffs plus 10%. It might be beautiful amounts. Do take care.